there should be sound. You're now going to hear the ASICs in the background, guys. NVIDIA Broadcast does not want to turn on for some reason. And I do not understand why. That's weird. I updated my GPU drivers, and now NVIDIA Broadcast is broken. Oh well.
Why did you gotta do that?
Cause like I get an occasional screen flicker with the 3080 Ti in here, and okay.
I know earlier this morning I had mine was muted this morning as well, like I started streaming,
Yeah.
but it wasn't before that when I was recording video. So I was like, what? And OBS, like something happened and it changed my audio source. But then like when I went back to the audio source, it still wasn't working. I had to like change it and then rechange it back, and then it was working.
Wow.
It was weird.
Weird. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like figure out. Okay, I got like broadcast is like somewhat open, but it's certainly not happy. Let's see here.
It's all bad and good.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
That is very much unhappy.
So NVIDIA broadcast isn't even working for you?
Oh,
Because I don't hear any ASICs. Like I don't hear anything. Like it sounds like NVIDIA broadcast is on to me.
Oh no,
So,
it's like with it has the on Yeti. It's like unadulterated Yeti right now.
hmm. I don't hear the ASICs.
Well, that's cool. Awesome. That's a good thing.
So I don't know.
That's weird because like all that's different right now is I updated my drivers.
Just
That's it.
change your audio source back to NVIDIA broadcast.
It NVIDIA Broadcast won't even open right now. Yeah, it's like
Whatever.
I think I have to restart my computer in order to fix it at this point. It is what it is.
Well, that's not an option right now.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Figure out. Control delete, see if it's running. Yeah, it's
It's like Tech
he
Man's
kill
like, I
he
hear a jet engine. Now I've opened up
yeah.
Task Manager, and it is uh, not responding when I open it up. When I open up NVIDIA Broadcast, it's like not responding. The only thing that's different from right now and this morning is I updated the driver. And it's not something that I can undo right now.
Did you ever figure out shelves? What do you mean?
Huh?
No, Tech Man has to ever figured out shelves. What do you mean by figured out shelves? Explain, my good sir.
network shelves?
I mean, somewhat. They're just kind of sitting there. You know, it works.
Right.
Everything's just sitting on top of each other.
Yeah, I'm figuring out shelf space for A6, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting kind of loud in here. Just in the living room, though.
I bet.
It's kind of reminding me
I
of the
bet.
facility with less echo.
Yeah, I bet. I bet, sir.
I've got two what's mine or M30 pluses rolling. I have two mini Doges rolling, and I have two S9s rolling, plus 4 motherboards.
Like just CPUs.
Huh?
Like just CPUs.
Electricity abuse.
No, I said just CPUs.
Yeah, just CPUs.
Electricity abuse. It's not
I'm
not
like,
what I
what?
said. It's fun. It's really funny, but it's not what I said.
No GPUs. Like if I want to run Bitcoin miners, there's just not enough juice in that room. I will have to spill out into other areas to free up some power for GPUs.
Yeah? That doesn't sound very fun.
I mean, it's how it was before. I just started invading all the rooms. It's like, oh, it's got an internet hookup in here. One miner will fit in here. Just don't turn on anything other than a light bulb, and we're good to go. Not 2. I said 1 light bulb.
Just the one.
Hey man, I had it down to where if you turned on the microwave without asking my permission, the 100 amp breaker would pop. Oop, wrong button. Oh, no, it's not happy at all.
Oh no.
There you go.
Um,
I'm like, why are you not hitting the buttons right? Stupid stuff. I like, I don't know why I did that. It's like, I clicked this ever so slightly as my hand went across, and I'm like, oh, so nice.
Chickness says probably leave that alone. Whatever that was, probably don't touch it.
You know how like you turn your head and you rest your hand and then you just hear a single click and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
It happens from time to time.
Time to time.
Man, have you seen that that 46 the Asus Dual, the new one that's going to be coming out?
Yeah, the topic of the show.
Right. Have you seen this thing, man?
Yeah, I seen it this morning. I talked about it on my show. I saw you talked about it on your show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of cool. If you're building like a super small form factor, maybe those micro ITX boards only usually have one slot anyway, so that would expand your storage capabilities.
without having to get a whole bunch of
big hard drives.
Yeah, unless you're getting SSD drives and blocking off the single fan you may have in the whole case.
The only thing I don't like about it is that normally the 4060 Ti's are 12 gigabyte cards. And no, sorry, 16 gigabyte cards normally, like originally.
Right.
But if you buy that version with the SSD on it, it becomes an 8 gigabyte card.
Yeah, they're gonna cut a corner here and there so that they can push something else out. I could see that. It's
Wrong corner.
God knows what royalties they have to pay for the licensing for an M.2 port. Like, you know, almost like the HDMI standard, they have to pay for each port that they use on it. I'd be curious to know if that may be some of the reason behind it. And on top of that, with a 4060 Ti, the odds of a person needing more than like 8 gigabytes of VRAM anyway is next to none. I mean, unless you're doing fucking VR.
Right.
You know, I mean, most games don't even require it. The 4060 class is not going to be your top tier gaming anyway. So, and utilizing the GDDR6 memory already, you know, I don't think you're really losing much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Considering that
And
the bus width on it's so nerfed anyway.
I think according to the article, it was stating that it's the same price. So. Pay the same price for less memory.
Right. It just depends on what your build, what the necessity of your build is. So I mean, but for the mining world, it has no
Cool
purpose.
for like maybe like proof of use for work.
As long as it's
instead
plugged
of
into
instead
the
of
board.
instead of having to use like hard drives, each card could have their own SSD right on the card. Save cables, save use some extra power.
You're going to use the same amount of power, I believe. I don't think you're going to use any less power.
Using like a hard drive?
From using an SSD versus a spinning disk, sure, you're going to save power. But having an SSD or an M.2 SSD, you're not really, I don't think there's any real difference to the computer nor the power. I mean, what I think it'll do more is it'd make your build look really clean.
Yeah.
I know how you like your tidiness, and this would tickle your tidiness fancy really hard.
Oh, it tickles it.
Oh, I'm sure. I saw it and I'm like, oh man, Mikkel would love this for the no cabling required.
Yeah, I talked about it this morning on my show because I like it.
Oh, I'm sure. I had it on, but I was doing stuff around the house. So, like, I didn't really, like, listen. And I knew what the topic was. And I didn't want to, like, listen to it. But I wanted to give you the viewership.
Right.
So I turned it on, muted it, and then started doing chores this morning and working out. So I had a nice, clean, unbiased opinion of how I looked at it. It's like I try not to let other other cool people influence my opinion, you know.
Whatever.
Whatever. At least you got the view.
Whatever.
You got the view and, and a thumbs up, man. You can't ask for more. Right? Just like all of you guys, you know, you should be smashing that Lizzie like button. Yo! Tuck, man. Tickle your tidiness, Nemesis 2023. What up, Gundy stuff and things? Yo! What up? So, but like I was saying, if you didn't catch it on my show, I don't know if Mikkel touched upon this either, but you can't use this card with the memory in there and mine on it. If you have it on a standard mining rig, most mining rigs will adapt out to a buy one, and you still need a full PCIe lane for it to utilize the memory on there. So on a buy one slot, it will never register with that the memory is even plugged in, guys. So if you're wanting it, it's got to be plugged directly into the board, or it's got to be on a it's got to be on an extender cable, and which is basically you're still slotting it in directly into the board, but it's on an extension. So for mining wise, not useful for it, you know, for the normal person. Now, I was hoping that this thing was going to be a little less money for it because it's a little bit more cut down on there, but no, they left it alone, and it's an Nvidia thing, you know. It's like, and I can't like really get mad 100% at Asus because they're a board partner and they're getting screwed over by Nvidia by buying the chips that Nvidia can put onto their own cards for a fraction of the price and outcompete them. So they're competing with Nvidia while trying to make money and, you know, to justify keeping the doors open. So it's like, I understand what Asus is doing. That's why I think that them eliminating the memory on there at this point is a response to them being able to put the M.2 on there, which will offset the price of what they would be spending. It's the only thing I can think of. Tech man, we all need to win that lotto bad. Every one of us. And if you guys haven't seen, so moving on to other things, hardware info changelog mentions an RTX 4080 Super. So the Super, now the rumors gain momentum. So it's more than likely that we are going to see a 4080 Super. What that's actually going to mean for any of us, hard to really say. It's going to be slightly tweaked above the base model 4080. It's not, you know, it's going to be like your in-between card, not quite a TI, if they even come out with a TI. I would think that they would want to come out with a TI and not just leave it up to, oh, we're going to drop it for the Super now. I think they'll get a little pushback on there, especially if the Super is only a small tick above the base model 4080. If it's just a small tick, to me, it's not worth it. You know, I mean, even for me in my position where I'm in a 3080 Ti, a 4080 Super, yes. I don't think it's just bringing enough to the table for somebody in my position to go, you know what, I need to get into new hardware.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that 4080 Super that's rumored to be launching?
I mean, it's just them trying to get rid of extra stock, probably, like they did last time.
Right. Do you think they're going to try to abandon the TI variation on the 4080 lineup?
Um, I don't really follow what Nvidia's doing right now because they're just kind of wild now, in my opinion.
I almost think that it's like they'll release a TI if they think AMD's got something
What?
nasty coming out.
Bro, I just like opened up Twitter.
Yeah.
Apparently, Michael Perry died, or Matthew Perry
What?
from Friends. Yeah, after an apparent drowning.
What? Did he know the
Yeah.
Obamas?
54 years old. Daily Loud posted it.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Wow.
That's nuts. Rest in peace, bro.
His friends will be so upset.
But psh.
Wild. Wild. Oh, dude, you want to see something crazy?
Huh.
Watch this. Watch the chat, right? Are you watching? Can you see the chat, right?
Yeah, I can see the chat.
Look, look, look.
Oh my
You see what
god.
just
How'd you
Oh,
do
I
that?
know, right?
How'd you do
Dude,
that?
I know it's so crazy.
How'd you do that?
So, I'll tell you. So, you got to go into your stream settings, either when you're streaming or like late, or I don't know how to do it before, but while you're streaming, I know how to do it. Thanks to Altrack. But you'll go into your customizations,
Okay.
and it'll say live reactions, and that's the button. As soon as you untick it and save, it goes away.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. It's kind of
Yeah,
annoying on
it's
my
pretty
chat
good.
when you can't read like a set of words and you're like, man, this sentence does not make sense. Please, somebody else drop a message in there so I can read this. Oh, yeah. And it turns it off for all of the chat, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Hey,
What's
what's
up, DogeLord?
up, the DataLord? Yo. See,
Yeah, I
with that
think so,
stupid
like,
heart
as
there,
long as
the DataLord's message would have been blessings to crypto. With that heart in the way.
so I think as long as you like when you go to your next stream and you like use the same settings again, it'll work, right? Because it's been applied.
Right.
But if not and it's there, that's how you would turn it off.
Good to know. That's all I need to know, man. It's how to turn it off, man. It's like, oh, it's 2
I said what I
seconds.
said.
It's like I said what I said. I stick by. And did you also see the new AMD 7900 GRE being released in Europe in a DIY format? So you can now buy the Golden Rabbit Edition if you're in Europe. And it's on the Sapphire Pulse line. So the GRE falls into the product stack of basically being the base model 7900. It's like the lowest spec. So you have the XT and then the XTX. That's above it. And
I haven't seen anything about it.
And then my question would be is like, can I flash it with the XT fucking BIOS on it?
Ah, here it is. Oh yeah, GR.
But yeah, it's on the Sapphire Pulse. It was being released originally in China only in pre-builds. It was the only way to get them. And now we're starting to see them in the wild independently. But like I said, it's like I wonder if you could flash the XT onto the Golden Rabbit edition, and just have a baller like Golden Rabbit edition XT.
Interesting.
Because like between the XT and the GRE, there's really not much of a difference between the two cards.
So, I mean, it looks like it's a lesser of the cards. Like it's a lower 7900.
Right.
Because the GPU clusters are lower.
And the memory bus
stream processors
is
are
lower.
lower. Yeah, memory's lower.
That would be the
clock is
only
lower.
thing that's really hitting the card hard is that it's
on a
not
256. It's on a 256 bus instead of a 320.
Yep.
Or like the XTX is on the 384. Bandwidth is dramatically lower.
Yep.
I mean, pull less power.
It's gonna be your budget friendly 7900.
Right. Like better than a 7800, but like not 7900 XTX level.
Right. And it's like you're really not much of a difference off from a 7800
For 200 bucks
XT.
cheaper.
Right. I mean, it's like, well, all you're really getting is you're getting 20 extra compute units and
Nice.
about 1,000 stream processors between the GRE and the 7800 XT. So, I don't know. It'd be a hard one to sell me to bump it up just such a small amount. I mean, unless you're an EA Sport gamer, you ain't noticing that. And I don't even think that with a lot of the hashing, unless you're putting it onto Ethereum Classic or something, I don't think you're going to see that much of a dramatic difference.
I don't think so.
I know the
Sport
players on the lowest settings to get the highest frame rates. That is true. Everybody thinks that the EA Sport gamers like ultra high settings. It's like, no. They hit that sweet spot of just enough graphics, all the frame rate.
Did you see Syscom? Yeah, Syscom put some nocturnal fans on a 4070. Did you see the post of it?
No.
So stupid. I mean, it looks like if you just wanted to get the job done.
So they tied it?
They just built one box.
Oh.
Like, as simple as it can be. they followed the KISS rule. You know,
Oh
they
yeah.
kept it extremely
Well,
simple,
isn't that how the who
and
was
they
making the
forced the
Noctua
air.
edition?
Knock, Azus, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, their shroud was it was pretty much a basic bitch too.
But it had like, you know, like some aesthetic to it. This is just,
Barely, man.
I mean, like
I'm
square.
I'm
There
good.
is,
I'm good with
there,
that. Keep it simple. It's tasteful.
I mean,
It should go
it's
with any
interesting.
brown doo-doo build that you can put those fans with.
I mean, it's one way to do it. It looks like you can swap the fans, like, either way.
No, no, those are two
There.
different fans altogether.
Oh, so you can change the fans.
It looks like they're using the small fans and the large fans. So the shroud is
Oh, it's a
bigger than the
different.
cooler.
Oh, it's because it's a 4070 and a 4060 Ti, so it's probably depending upon the card. Because the cooler is different. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, one's like
So,
overlapping on the whole case, pretty nasty. And you can tell the fans are different sizes. I mean, unless they took the
yeah,
pictures at different heights.
yeah, I see. They took my design. Single 8 pin.
Which means no melted power plugs.
So this is the 4060 Ti, I'm assuming. It's thinner.
Right. I would take it. Shit.
Yeah, I bet it's cool, man. I mean, your card's gonna be facing down like that anyway. Like, what are you
You're
gonna?
never gonna.
What are you gonna? You're never gonna know.
Right. And even if
You're
there's
never gonna know.
lights on it, you're never gonna know. It's facing down.
Never gonna.
Anybody who puts their GPUs with the
But I mean,
fans
it is
in
as like
display mode, they're putting the
basic as
fans up
basic
against
can
the
be.
glass where there's no airflow.
I love it. I think it's funny to me. Like compared to like seeing the other Noctua version, seeing this one, you're like, what? But they're it's just because they didn't care about design. They're just like, no, we're just gonna strap Noctuas to it because why not? And build a square box for them. Call it done. I like it. I mean, if you slam in a server case, you're never gonna see him anyway. So
Right.
apparently, it keeps the cards under 40 decibels. So max. I really did the design years ago. I have the 3D print files. I believe you. Was it after the? Was it the duct tape?
All right. And you ever watched the 3D Mark stuff for benchmarking?
You won't laugh. Yes, my duct tape blower. Yes, duct tape blower for the win, man. Sorry, what?
You ever watch the people doing the 3D benchmarking with the extreme overclocking and stuff?
Yeah,
Did you know that they're celebrating its 25th anniversary?
I know, right?
It's like,
Old.
wow, I feel old.
Almost as old as me.
Right, right. That must make you start feeling old, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel pretty old.
It's like, oh, DogeLord, ever look at
Never
the
looked
sky,
in the sky.
why we are here? I may have done that once or twice in my life, okay?
I may think about it on my drive to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, like, red versus blue. Up versus down. Left versus right. You know, the usual.
And did you hear that Grayscale got court approval to proceed with the spot ETF?
Yeah.
Woo!
Good news is all the time.
Here comes some of the institutional money coming in. Just in time for World War III.
Just in time.
Right, World War III, the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. I mean, I'm taking bets that we hit 34 trillion by the end of the year.
In debt?
Yeah. We're at 33.6.
And not far off.
Right. I mean, what's 400 billion between friends, you know?
Temp change. A couple zeros on the keyboard.
Yep. Oh, well, now while Kamala Harris is now citing that we should disarm America like the Australians did. Our vice president has fucking openly said that our population should be like Australia. It's like, oh. Tech man's like, I double down then. Nice.
You know what I would love to find? One of these.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tom's Hardware, a 4060 Ti single slot blower.
Yeah, those are the Lenovo's, right? The Lenovo cards.
Look at that, dude. Powers on the back.
Oh,
Single
so
slot
nice.
4060 Ti. And even has the 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Nice.
Has all 16 gigabytes.
But who's
Absolutely
making
love
it
this.
though?
Huh?
I mean, that just looks like a Lenovo design. Because Lenovo likes to make things nice and thin and basic.
I didn't see in general. I haven't been on the computer much as of after this morning.
Right.
I will check though. Check me. Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah, it looks
But I
pretty
don't
sweet.
use it. Don't know.
I dig it.
I dig it. Gigabits. Right. Gigabits. Bits of the jig. Jigga.
And since What's Miner coming out with the M60S at 170 to 186 terahash plus or minus 5%, running at around 3,400 watts, and Bitmain coming out with their T21 another air-cooled one that should be able to withstand ambient temperatures up to 45 degrees Celsius for 190 terahash.
Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
I dig it.
Heck yeah, so you're talking out the gate.
I mean, I
it's
dig
19
the S19K
joules
Pro,
per
but
terahash. 19 joules per
What?
terahash.
Bro. Imagine getting like the Epic board into there or something like that. Easily gonna get like 17 to 18 joules per terahash. Easy.
Oh yeah.
Easy. All day long.
But 190 terahash at 3,600 watts. That's like no different than the modern
myself.
stuff right now. That means people can just unplug their old stuff and plug in new. Set it and forget it.
Right?
It's like, it's pretty awesome.
I want it. I want it.
I know, I do too.
I mean, I am looking at getting a S19K Pro. That's mine.
Well, if you wait for the T21 to come out, those might be a little cheaper.
You think?
Potentially.
K Pro with an Epic board, you're looking around like $1,700. 17 to 18, give or take.
And T21s come out, you might see them for 15, 14.
I like seeing the K Pros.
Yeah.
That price, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because once the new product stack
price of
comes
the
out,
K
everybody
Pros.
wants those. You're gonna see new miners hit the market.
I get you.
And they should be shipping out at the beginning of next year. So, I mean, you're only talking holding off just a little bit, you know, and you can get some more better pricing for it. Unless, I mean, this is always the other aspect of it. We go full-blown bull run, and even the oldest hardware now goes for a premium.
That's what we're all hoping for.
But we're coming up to the end of the year.
But I wanna be able to buy one first.
But you're looking at, you know, we're coming up to the end of the year where people should be taking tax losses. Have people taken enough tax losses for the year that they want a little bit of profit now?
I don't know. I don't know, because I mean, what the halving is in 170 something days.
Right. This is about the time where we start pricing in for a halving. But we're also talking about the end of a tax season at the same time. Which one will win the battle? What up, Big Rome?
What's mine shows 49, making 6 to 20 cents a day at 10 cents per kilowatt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow What's Mine anymore. I use hashrate.now.
Right. And it's still pretty bleak. I mean, your profitability is not even
Because
50 cents
the
a card.
ETF too. Yeah, the ETF too, man. It's so much going on. It's hard to like dictate what the market's gonna do.
Yeah. I just don't see what to really do in this kind of market. So what I've done for my strategy is I'm like, well, I can't predict the altcoin market at this point. I see that Bitcoin's doing good. So I fired up as many Bitcoin miners as I possibly can. I have a few more that I can fire up. Once I get those fired up, I will get everything going and kind of go from there, really. I know I've got I'd like to get a few other machines rolling in through the house, and it'll help spread some glorious heat through the house. I'm thinking about making some S9 space heaters. It's like alts will get whiplash in 2024, ain't that the truth? And there's no good alt project out there that I can go, hey, look, let me get behind this one with my hash rate. I just see a lot of trash out there right now, and like no real significant development other than trying to promote more trash. It's like, ugh. So it's just easier to just
the next Bitcoin.
Right. It's like I'll just mine
it's a
Bitcoin.
joke to what was it? Cadena.
Yeah.
There was the Cadena Max, the mining disrupt, and that was his spiel was Cadena is better than Bitcoin and will be the next Bitcoin. It's,
It's like you just lost me,
stop
and
you,
I'm gonna walk
stop
away.
you there, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk away, sir.
You were really cool up until that moment.
Right.
I still talked to him. He was still cool. But I immediately replied with, hold up. I said, there's no like better than Bitcoin. I said, there is no like replacing Bitcoin. I said, there can be other projects and other coins that serve other purposes on the blockchain that do stuff that maybe Bitcoin isn't intended to really do functionably or efficiently. But that doesn't make it a better Bitcoin or the next Bitcoin.
Right.
That's not how that works. Right?
It's like Litecoin's the complement to Bitcoin. It's not Bitcoin. It's not better than Bitcoin. It complements it.
I'd share with you guys on analyzing the alt markets and teaching a tech audit to inform people. It could be really fun content too. I've done the work already. Sounds interesting.
We could be open to that.
Be fun to work with you again too, man.
Right? Shit. Love to work with you.
Taking it back to the old days.
Right,
Throwing it back to like 2020. 2018. 2019. Really. Those years. I miss you, baby. I miss you too, man.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
There's no liquor in your cup. There's liquor in my cup. That's why I'm so sad. I miss you. Love the new Hotto Jams. You got new Hotto Jams on YouTube?
It's all about those hodl jams. I'm not crying, it's moist. So moist. God, those moist memes.
Moist. Moist of them.
Insert the moistest moist memes of the moists.
The moist. They call me the moist maker. Sounds gross.
Yeah, it does. Kind of sounds dirty. I don't think this is the right channel for it. That's like way too moist.
Is there a thing is way too moist? I like it sopping wet.
Dripping like a grapefruit.
That sounds terrible.
Dripping like a grapefruit.
Oh man. Said Doge is gonna rock when BlackRock BTC ETF gets approved. Wouldn't that be wild?
I don't see why it would. I mean, Bitcoin gets a BlackRock.
Everything's gonna go like.
Maybe not. I mean, you're just talking. People aren't going to have to work around BlackRock to get invested. Who's to say that these people haven't already invested?
Fires under BCC pumps. TA shows it will be because pressure.
Yeah, but then then you got to think that the entire market's going to be setting up for that, and it's not going to be just Bitcoin. I mean, just Doge. It'll be all of them should start rocketing up because, like, I've been hearing all the shitcoin influencers out there. This coin's getting ready, and it's like it's still looking at Daddy Bitcoin first, going, Daddy, are you gonna do something yet? No. Let us know when you're gonna move.
You gonna do
Bitcoin's
something?
like,
no.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be a lagging indicator as usual.
Don't worry, we'll wait.
Bitcoin pops. Did you go yet? Oh man, he's already gone. Guys, come on!
He didn't say anything again.
He left us behind again, guys. Bitcoin's a dick. The honey badger don't give a fuck.
You watch your dirty little mouth.
No, Bitcoin's only rude to centralized garbage. Oh, wait a minute. That's all crypto. Because Bitcoin's not crypto.
Bitcoin is Bitcoin.
Right?
One Bitcoin is one bit.
Hells yeah. Preach it, brother.
Buy Bitcoin, buy it at cost.
Oh, he went there. Oh.
Buy a hardware wallet. If you can't use a hardware wallet, use the Bitcoin QT wallet. I don't know. I preached it all.
Right.
Speaking of moist, yeah. That's why they call me the moist maker.
Cool. DogeLord, I do know that
seed
one.
phrasing since 1991.
Crypto means cryptographic. Of course I know that. But all the poop coin people would say crypto and try to incorporate Bitcoin so that people would get confused over the differentiation of Bitcoin versus shitcoins. And then they try to go, well, this is the alt market because we're the alternative to Bitcoin. It's like, no. You're still trying to sell me snake water, snake oil over there. Try again, please.
You gotta get close to the mic when this is the moist part. Moist. Does that make you feel better, Gunny?
Oh.
Was that moist enough for you?
Super moist.
Don't worry. The eggplant emoji doesn't mean they're talking about fruit. Or does it?
I don't know. We're confused over here. We're not sure what it's identifying as. Somebody ask that emoji what it identifies as, please. We'll wait for
It's
a
a purple
response.
people eater's pea. It's an alien schlong.
Ooh,
I mean, it's an eggplant.
it's a longhorn.
That's moist.
Moist on the inside. Oh.
Oh.
And with
Moist
that
on the
one, as we
inside and
derail
out.
ourselves at the very end here.
Don't forget, buy Bitcoin. Buy it at cost. Hodl it.
Hell,
Store it on a hardware wallet. Like
Yeah.
the DogeLord just posted in the chat.
Yeah.
Those are the steps to success.
Right, right.
Not financial advice, but
No, no, not at all.
it's good life advice.
Right, right. Gold, silver, and Bitcoin.
And ammunition.
Oh yeah, and lead.
Hey, you rock, Gundy.
Oh god, that is so true, DogeLord. To get all the NFT hype, all
That's
the
facts.
scammers, the abuse, and then it gets rebranded. Yep. And then it happens all over again. You know, whenever me and Mikkel got in, it was ICOs or ICOs, initial coin offerings. How far we have come in such little time, right, Mikkel?
Thanks. ICOs turned into NFTs. Yeah,
Well, no, no. If my memory serves me correct on this, it was ICOs,
ERC20
and
is really
then
cool,
DeFi,
honestly. I
and
like
then
ERC20.
DeFi went into
ERC20 is great.
NFTs. Oh, the magical Dorito!
It's a micro.
It's the magical Dorito. I know the Dorito when I see a Dorito. Mmm. Magical Dorito. Oh. And of course,
Yes.
we have the Patreons tomorrow.
Yes. Patreon tomorrow night. Hopefully I will not be late. Because I'm
Right.
taking the kids to trick or treating.
Oh, I had a feeling that trick or treating was going to get involved on this one. Remember how I was asking? I'm like, are you doing trick or treating on the 31st?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. It's supposed to rain, so I don't think we're gonna go.
Right. I was just saying, man. That's like I remember having this conversation
Yeah.
with you. You're like,
Yeah.
we'll see. Gotta
Yeah.
celebrate that All Hallows Eve,
On Sunday, but well, yeah, because it's church, bro.
right?
Church is on Sundays. So trunk or treat is just in the after the afternoon service. If that makes sense. So they
So you
sucker
guys
you
do
into
it
the
in
afternoon
daylight?
service. No, it's like evening-ish. But it's like trunk or treat. It's like for the kids and stuff.
Oh man, I remember when I was doing it when I was younger, man. It was dark.
But we're definitely going like actual trick or treating on Tuesday. Or is it Tuesday?
Or is it Monday?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yep, on Tuesday. And then everybody's gonna feel like crap going to school on Wednesday.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a sugar hangover,
Oh, for sure.
and they would have been up all night because of that. Because they were all hopped up on sugar.
And then,
Like-
they leave their candy. They leave their candy in the living room, you know, in their buckets, and then you go in there and you go and take your parent tax.
Yep. I walked with you, Tex.
Yep. It's the my legs hurt tax.
Right. It's the people would question me if I started doing this tax.
So, the littlest one, and the oldest girl are cows for Halloween. It's pretty adorable. It's really funny. It was really funny. I thought about getting like one of the inflatable cow costumes just so I could like be a cow with them.
You guys would fit in this little town in Illinois called Harvard. Harvard,
But come on, just move along.
they have a parade every year. This parade is called the Milk Day Parade.
I love it already.
I told you would fit in really good with this little town. I like the town. Town's like really nice and quaint. For like what really put that area on the map was
Story time with Uncle Nim.
right. Was that they had Motorola was out there. So, like, they had something out there that kept the town going, and then Motorola went away, and now it's just the town's slowly dwindling away because, you know, like a lot of towns that the big businesses get out of, the town will start aging out because the younger people are going to follow where the jobs are, and they tend to move away. So as the town starts to age out, the town slowly dies. But they still keep the tradition of, in the middle of town, they have a cow. It used to be in the middle of the intersection. And until a lot of the trucks were having issues getting around it. And then they moved it off to the side, but yeah. It's hilarious. It's like some cow mutant with a mutants. Too funny to Lord. Gandhi. Hello, Moto. Hell yeah. My uncle used to work for Motorola. He was like the senior VP of product designs. He actually worked on the Moto Razor. Until Motorola shut his division down.
Well, I praise him because the Razor was one of my favorite phones.
Hell yeah.
It's actually one of my first phones. That was my generation. Well, at least like getting a phone, you know what I mean? Phones have been out for a minute, but
So, does anybody have any comments or questions before we head up out of here? DogeLord Razor was lit. Yep, until the BlackBerry. And then everybody was like,
I just learned the other day that the BlackBerry had a touchscreen Android version. It's called the Civ, and you can slide the screen up, and there's a full keyboard underneath it.
I vaguely remember those.
Completely forgot all about this. I didn't even know it was a thing. I saw it the other day. And I said, what? What? I said that. If I would have known that existed, I would have bought that phone. Like,
And now we've got the foldables, the folding screens.
yeah, it's weird.
We have come such a far way. And we got a whole bunch of people drop. We got a whole bunch of FAs in the Chizzy chat. Everybody drop those FAs before we head up out of here. And while you're dropping those FAs, smash that lizardy like button, all that good stuff. Cause DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Yo.
That's right, DogeLord. He says, "Have fun with your little form of cow babies."
Sundrop.io. Oh.
Drop that.
So, thank
That's right,
everybody
man.
for being here. All that good stuff. You ain't got anything else, right, Mikkel?
Nope.
Awesome.
Stay FA. Stay out freaking standing.
Right.
Buy Bitcoin, buy it costs. Hodl it. Put it in a hardware wallet.
Forget
Save
about
it for a long time.
Yeah, just forget about it for a while. And then bam, millionaire. Not financial advice.
Right, flipping aardvarks. It's the aardvark's fault.
Right? So, with that being said, thank you for being here. Peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. And we'll see you on the next one. And to all you Patreons, we'll see you tomorrow. Y'all.
Later, guys.